first of all, thankful, blessed to do what I do. This calling of coaching is it's not for the faint of heart, especially in this league. And so 3 days ago, I probably couldn't tell you guys that we were close, but tonight we're close. We had enough. I know we're missing 2 guys, and I'm sorry. Please don't ask me any questions. I'm not allowed to talk about why they weren't here for HIPAA reasons or whatever that crap is. But, we had enough. We just didn't deliver, right? Like, we had opportunities and we didn't take advantage of. We started the game, first 8 minutes, had 8 turnovers, and, a couple shots that might as well have been turnovers. And they got to get out in transition. And, when you dig yourself a hole, it's just hard. The second half, we were better, but we couldn't get a stop, that's – we got to keep grinding. And, the great thing is that, we got a lot of games ahead of us. And, we got to develop more of a desperation. I just watched games yesterday and watching games today. The most desperate teams win. A bunch of other teams in our situation, and they were all more desperate than their opponent and was able to get wins. And we didn't start the game. We didn't play the whole game more desperate than them. There were certain times that we did, but there was times that we didn't. And so just have to develop a greater desperation to change this thing and fix it. And we're moving in that direction, and we will get there.
Yeah, and you just kind of mentioned it there, but it's disappointing, I'm sure, to fall behind early in a game like this. Any reason you can put your finger on why you guys did start slow or maybe didn't play with the desperation you wanted?
Yeah, if I knew those reasons, man, I'd bottle it and sell it. It's just I felt like the way we practiced, we worked on the things. I felt like coaches addressed it where we needed to, and but we didn't, and for whatever reason, and we will keep flipping rocks to figure it out and go. But I don't have an answer for that.
What did they do, or maybe just wasn't working? What were they doing on defense, or what wasn't working for you guys on offense from 3 today?
Early? Yeah. They pressured us. They crawled up in us. They pressured us. They blew up every handoff, and we didn't play with poise and force early. Like, they sped us up, so we shot contested layups, and instead of playing on 2 feet and stopping and pivoting and finding the next pass. And, I think we had 8 turnovers, 4 assists on 5 made buckets. In the second half, we end up with 25 assists on 28 made buckets or something like that. So you're like, the second half, we played with more poise and more force on our drive and found the next person, whereas in the first half, their pressure sped us up, especially early in the game.
You mentioned UCF. You couldn't get the stop on them in the second half. Do you just kind of tip your cap to the opponent, or would you like to see more defensively?
We knew what they was running. We knew exactly what they was running. We just didn't give a great enough effort. And so that's where, we talked all week long about, competing, right? Like, competing, for everything, every inch of the floor, every possession, every screen, every pass. And I'm pretty sure I can go back and see that we weren't as competitive as we needed to be, fighting over those screens and getting. I knew they was running 22 to the corner for the 3, right? We knew the play, exactly what was going on, but we didn't. They cut harder than we did. That can't happen in those situations.
I guess I got another one here. Rebounding and the fouling was a big issue out in the Arizona trip. Was it good to see those 2 things fixed tonight?
We were better. Yes.
Coach, I know you're concerned about your team, but what were your impressions of the way Folks ran their offense?
Oh my God, he's a winner. He is a winner. Yeah. Fun to watch him on film. Terrible to play against him. Man, he was under control. He runs the team. He gets guys easy shots. And whenever there's a crucial situation where a shot needs to be made, he steps up and makes it. We told the guys, hey, he only shoots 1 3 a game, and he makes them at a high clip. And sure enough, when they needed a shot, he drilled a 3 from the 45 on the left side. He's a terrific floor general.
How are the guys handling 4 straight losses here Just what's the mood like with the guys right now?
I don't know. I hope they're pissed off. I hope they're, sometimes, like when we went through the earlier in the year, like they came in and they were like, okay, coach, tell us what we need to do. Like you could tell they were very coachable at that time. Like they didn't think they had the answers. And hopefully with these 4 losses, they're going to come back in and say, okay, coach, we don't have the answers. You got to help us. Because we're giving them what they need. They have to go out and they have to execute it. And at some point in time, it falls on their shoulders to do it. But, we don't browbeat our guys. We love them up. They know they're loved. Now we got to be better at the business of basketball. We have to do basketball better. And that's the challenge. That's what they signed up for. All of them want to play after college, and in some shape or form. If you want to do that, you have to keep getting better every day. And it doesn't matter if you're playing 30 minutes right now or you're not playing at all. Every day you got to come to practice and get better, right? Because there's something you want to do later on. Every one of us is coaches, right? There's something that we want to accomplish, right? We got to keep getting better. And so that's the mindset I believe our guys are going to have. And we start Oklahoma State tonight, right? Like how you rehab, how you eat, how you sleep, tomorrow morning when we, stretch, get a lift, whatever it is, it starts right away. And whether you win or lose, it has to start right away because, it can turn quickly. You can go from losing 4 to winning 6, right? And there's some teams that are, 3-1 right now can be, 3-7. And teams that are 0-4 right now can end up being 5-4. And I told y'all before the Big 12, I said, you're looking at our first 5 games, we could play well and be 1-5, or we can play well and be 5-1. That's just the league that we're in, right? And how it is. So we got to keep getting better, and our staff is, excited. We got a bunch of resilient dudes on our staff that are going to keep grinding, and I believe we have that in our players.
Was it a positive to see what Kamari did tonight? Avoiding fouls and staying out there?
Yeah, it was, man. We can keep him on the floor. We can keep him on the floor. And now we got to increase his conditioning. When you play 14 minutes and 9 minutes in 2 games, and then you come out and you're on the floor for a long period of time, it impacts your conditioning. And that stretch where him and Taj were out there for a long period of time together, we were really good, but then they got tired. And then we gave up a couple offensive rebounds, and we gave up a shot, and just part of it.
This season's been extended winning or losing streaks. Have you seen any patterns or trends just from your guys about previous games lingering?
Man, that's another really good question. I don't know. Maybe I'll go look at it and see. It's not like, man, we don't like I don't look at 4-game win streaks or 5-game win streaks. I just look at it 1 game at a time. What do we have to do to win this game, and how do we keep getting better?
Hey, Coach, you talking about the importance of playing off 2 feet. What are some of the advantages for your team, and how do you think they can improve on that?
By playing off of 2 feet?
Yeah.
Well, you're under control, and we got in this league, you got incredible shot blockers, right? These really great athletes, and our guards, we might have one guy who's an above the rim guy, at the guard spot. And so for us, our advantage is getting there under control, getting them lifted, and then making the next play. And if you're playing off of 1 leg, they're going to go up and they're going to contest. It's going to be a tough shot. If you're playing off of 2, it gives you the option to up and under. It gives you the option to pass it. It gives you the option to score, right? You get 3 options out of it rather than playing off of 1 foot.
Coach, you talked about having a deficit in the first half and then closing that in the second. What does that show about the resilience of the team?
Yeah, we've got a resilient group. I've never questioned that about them, right? Sometimes our problems is their overconfidence of what they can do on the offensive end rather than locking in. So we got a resilient group, but we have this saying that anybody can come back. Very few teams come back and win. And that's what we got to get. We got to get to hopefully don't get in a hole, but we get in a hole. If you come back and win, right? Make that next play, get that next stop. And that's what we got to get to.
Career high for Taj tonight in points. How have you just felt about the boost he's been able to provide recently?
I've been so happy for Taj. 3 years of hard work, a red shirt in too, and and just his consistency in the weight room, on the floor, working, really paid off. He's out there screening, and today the guys found him when he screened and slipped, and he figured some stuff out there. Hopefully this boosts his confidence. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. I think every night from here on out there's going to just be new career best for him, whether it's minutes played or more rebounds or getting to the free throw line more, or, maybe making some threes.
Any other questions? Thank you, Coach.
Thanks a lot. God bless. Go Cats.